Um, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 people it should be.
And we have 18, so I think we're good.
Even better. Did you say that you were, did I read that you were at the NASCAR race yesterday? That's why you
I
weren't,
was, yeah.
dude, so you were at Pocono?
Yeah.
The final lap was insane.
Dude, that was
I,
crazy.
yeah, I can't believe that. That's just extremely unlucky, but
Literally
it
the
was a
last
fun.
turn.
Yeah, that really sucks. He dropped all the way down to ninth, I think.
Yeah, and now he has to use the backup car today, which means he starts last.
Really?
Yep.
That was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, dude, it was wild in person. Make sure we can hear both of us on the stream. Say something for me. I just want to make sure it's coming through the stream.
Checking in.
Great. Yep, you can hear us both.
All right, nice. So we have a ton of reserves.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I don't really know how many of them have raced a ton before because I haven't commentated Tier 1 a lot, but should make for a good race, I guess.
Yeah. So we're missing notable people. We're missing in Tier 1. Or Terrible's not racing. Doesn't look like Suzuki is racing.
Yeah, so Suzuki received a one-race ban from the stewards last week, so that's why he's not racing.
Gotcha.
On that note, just pro tip for everyone, don't drive backwards on the track, please.
Not advised. Jeff will get mad.
Jeff will get mad, and the stewards will get madder.
Yeah.
Hopefully no issues with the lobby today.
Yeah.
You never
Crossing
know with this
fingers.
game. Yeah.
Also, one of the looks dark.
It does look dark. Can't tell if that's rain or overcast, but
It was like this for hours yesterday as well, and
was
it
it?
ended up not raining.
Okay.
Raining toward the end of quali, so we'll have to see.
But welcome to everyone joining us. This is round 18 of PRL from Japan. This is Shep and Hotboy on the commentary today. Dry quali, dry race, so it looks like we just got overcast conditions.
Much appreciated to Calcis and for giving us a heads up.
Jimbo Shotgun is the first driver out on track. He is on the soft tire, and he's coming around on his outlap now.
Yep.
So these drivers are going to get a little less grip because the racetrack is not as hot as it would be under sunny conditions.
Yep, and they're getting right out there at the beginning, so I'm sure the lap times will improve toward the end like they always do.
For sure, yeah. Once they get some track evolution, get a little more rubber on there. So Jimbo Shotgun is one of the reserves that's participating this week, so glad to always get some new drivers out on track.
Yeah, he's been racing a bit in Tier 2 from what I remember. So hopefully he can put on a show.
Yeah, he was pretty quick in Tier 2 from what I saw.
Yeah, and he's putting on for the Williams, helping us out in the constructors, combined constructors. and looks like he is rounding the last chicane. Goes a little wide, but he is on his way.
You might have taken that a little wide intentionally to get a better jump.
Get a better exit, yeah.
Since the time didn't matter on that outlap. We got a yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like one of the Alpha Towers might have came around. Only 2 cars have fitted the medium compound tire so far, Frosty and Monkey Mafia. Everybody else going with the softs.
Looks like Jimbo's heading into the hairpin, takes it well.
I must say, although I was a little sad to miss the race yesterday, this is not one of my best tracks. So, the points differential for me was the points differential for me was probably very small.
Yeah.
Oh, Tambar's retired from the session. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like he is off in sector 1, so I'm not sure if he hit the wall. I'm still on board with Jimbo, but Tambar's Red Bull is off the track.
Oh, and looks like there is a collision with. Oh yeah, Rusty's out on the grass. Something must have happened there.
Seeing a 5-place grid penalty for Destroyer there because of that collision, so not sure what happened.
And a 27.8 for Jimbo, not bad. We'll see how that stacks up with the rest of Tier 1. T-Widow's heading into the final chicane as well. And he takes it well. There, 27.8 as well.
Nice.
T-Widow. Who else do we have on a hot lap?
Veer TV goes fastest with a 127.6, 8th.
Yuppie right on top of him.
Yuppie immediately. Looks like
Rusty or Orioles is coming into the final chicane in the Red Bull.
Looks a little weird seeing him in Red Bull. So used to seeing him in pink.
Yeah, I agree. But he will end up with a 27.6.
Oh my goodness! I know that's just the first run, but quicker than Veer there. Yeah, that's really quick. Didn't know cross the line, but I think he might have invalidated because he still doesn't have time on the board. Yeah, I'm on board with Will Ans right now as he goes through the hairpin.
Yep. And Monkey Pill's on a hot lap as well, it looks like. Another Tier 1 driver getting in the action. Or Tier 2 driver getting the Tier 1 action.
Yeah, it's good to see. It really lets these guys test their pace. Will Ans with a great lap there, 127.5. I'm on with Alibaba now as he comes around the line to finish his hot lap. He'll be trailed by Monkey Pill shortly afterwards.
And Alibaba goes 8th quickest. Monkey Pill's about to cross the line as well, and he goes good enough for 6th.
Very nice lap from him. Not too many drivers on a hot lap right now from what I can see.
No, to your point earlier, it looks like the only one driver actually put in a lap on the mediums. That was Frosty, obviously. lost quite a bit of pace, so it looks like he'll be coming back out with the softs to try and make his way back up the leaderboard.
Yeah, it's the what I found over the year or so that we've been doing this is that Tier 1 tends to be the most packed together, right? Like, the really fast guys all end up in Premier, and some of the slower guys end up in Tier 2, but the Tier 1 guys is kind of just that middle set that they're all pretty close together, so going on a medium tire strategy is extremely difficult in this tier.
Yeah, great point.
So I'm on board with Rusty now. Another Tier 2 driver filling in today, which we thank them for.
Yeah, his first lap was jeopardized by the collision, obviously, so obviously looking to put in actual time. He got close there. Close to invalidating, but I think he's good. Good exit for Rusty onto the long straight there.
Seems I mistyped the name in the of the stream in the chat. I said this was Premier Tier, which is very much is not. This is Tier 1. I have to correct that after the race.
Hopefully Premier Tier doesn't get too angry.
Yeah, or confused.
Yeah. And Rusty puts in a 29-1, and there's a yellow flag. Looks like
Frosty's out of the session, so he must have had a terminal incident.
Yeah, I wonder if we can pick up. Oh, yep, he is in Sector 1. The beginning of the S's looks like he had an incident, had a moment. Something, and Jimbo is in the dirt as well. Looks in Sector 2.
Just had a purple Sector 2 from Steve to the TV.
And Will spins out as well. Yeah, obviously lots of traction difficulty. It's tough getting the power down, especially these quick drivers. You want to get the power down as soon as possible, but this track, lots of opportunity for spins, and
absolutely,
obviously leads to a lot of can lead to chaos. So I wonder if we'll be seeing a safety car today. I know it was very surprising in Tier 2 yesterday that we didn't get one. So we'll see if Tier 1 makes up for that.
So while we were talking there, Stevie the TV put in a lap that was fast enough for third before T Widow put in another lap that was fast enough for second and bumped Stevie the TV down to fourth. So 2 really good laps from both those guys.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Grack is about to start a new lap, trying to bolster his case for pole.
Yeah, Grack's been really fast lately.
Yeah. Oh, he's heading to the pits. All right. So,
T. Darson also abandoned his lap.
all right. In terms of hot laps, looks like we got Will, Yuppie.
Share Shaft, he hasn't put in a lap yet.
And I think Jimbo as well. And Jimbo invalidates there. It's disappointing for him, I'm sure.
Tambar in the comments saying very irritating to DNF on his first hot lap. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, but
yep.
Still plenty of time in the race to make up for it. Yeah, he can start on the alternate tire strategy and still hopefully make a good run at it. Will Ann's
so Will just purpled Sector 2.
Yeah, very good stuff from him. So let's see if he can move up from 6th.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna move up a couple of spots here.
Took the chicane well.
Yeah, wow. Very
That's a great
close.
lap. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Let's see who's on the hot lap. It looks like Sheriff Shaft still is. Sheriff Shaft coming through sector 3 now, setting his first lap.
Yep. Let's see how he can place himself. Oh wow, and
Wow,
he goes P4.
good stuff from him.
Yeah, looks like everybody is heading into the pits, looking to make their last run or two.
I'm on board with Destroyer right now. He's on a hot lap coming through sector 2. About to
Yep,
start sector
just
3.
take some curb there, but he's looking good. And
I'm amazed how close.
27.8.
12th place, that's not bad. I'm amazed how close these guys get to the wall on the exit of that chicane on the right side. They get right up against the wall.
Yeah,
I I was not doing that, so maybe there's something I'm missing.
gives me anxiety just watching.
Maybe that's why I'm in tier 2.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Looks like Alibata is about to finish his lap, and he improves.
So you went up one spot.
Yeah.
Monkey Pill's on a hot lap, going through now starting sector 3. I love the visual of taking the chicane with the Ferris wheel in the background.
Yeah, the Ferris wheel is just such a staple of this track. It's pretty cool.
It's iconic. Wow.
Wow, Monkey Pill up to
Going
P5.
5th. Wow. Represent.
Do you see a couple of tier 2 guys in the top 10?
I have a feeling Orioles
good.
could do better than 10th. I think he's
Oh,
gonna come
yeah,
up for one more and
Yeah. So let me ask you this: Are you of the mindset that like if you don't get a great first hot lap in on a new set of tires, will you automatically say, okay, I'm gonna cool down and pit, grab a new set of tires and head back out, or will you take on a second lap right in a row?
I
You think
tend
it's worth risking the tires?
I tend to do the former if I just get one bad hot lap on it. Usually my first hot lap of the day, I'm just running to banker anyway. So, I'll take whatever that
Yeah.
lap is, come back in, fit new tires, and then give it a run, kind of as fast as I can. But
Yeah, it's an interesting give and take, it's a tire wear, especially at a track like this. I'm sure a lot of these guys are going to try and go soft medium. So you want the softs to last as long as you can make them, because the mediums will be screaming at the end. It's interesting to see if anybody does that today.
yeah, it will be. And Grack's coming around to finish. Oh, excuse me, I was looking at the wrong Alpha Tower there. Grack is on a hot lap though, so I might stay on board with him. Our presumptive pole winner right now.
He put in a little bit of a slower sector 1 than he had previously, so he'll have to make up some time if he's going to improve, but he takes a hairpin well.
It's really cool to watch these guys drive these things on the edge.
Yeah, an inch here or there, and they're in the wall. So it's incredible precision, and it's really skilled.
So we got
This is very important for Grack because him, Will, and T Widow are all within the 26.9 range. So I'm sure any of them are capable of adding on an extra tenth, shaving off an extra tenth to get pole. And Grack will not improve, unfortunately.
Yeah, he kind of came up on a little bit of traffic there. I'm not sure if that impacted his lap there,
Yeah.
but... Oh, Will spins. Will is around. into the gravel. Let's see if he's able to. Okay, Will was able to keep it off the wall, but he went for a full 360 and ended up in the gravel.
Oh, and in the meantime, T Widow puts in a 26.8 to take provisional pole. So
Great stuff from T Widow.
that's awesome for him. It's a quick lap.
Sorry we
And I'm
missed
sure
it on
Will
the
is
stream.
disappointed.
Yeah, I just got a little distracted by Will going for a 360 there.
Yeah.
So I'm on board with T Darson now, coming around on his hot lap through Sector 3, currently sitting in P8, certainly quick enough to go faster. Looks like the Yuppie just put in another lap that puts him second.
Oh, yeah.
Just missed that. T Darson does not improve on that lap. I'm not sure if he was heating the tires because it looks like he's going for it again on this lap.
I think he's going for 2. He crossed the line just in time to get this new lap.
Wow! Mega lap from Dano that I just caught it on the stream. His second lap on those tires, but an absolute mega lap from him. Yeah.
Yeah. And T Darson invalidates his lap, unfortunately, in Sector 2. So it looks like he'll stick with his time of 27.343. We got anybody else trying to put in a lap?
Orioles is on a lap right now, I can see that. He's about to start Sector 3.
And he's going quick. Oh, and there's a little bit of traffic in front of him.
That'll make you nervous. That might have ruined his lap.
Yeah.
Had to split 2 cars there.
Jeez. Field goal is good. Oh, but he improved just slightly. I'm sure he knows he could have done better than that. I'm pretty sure his time yesterday was quicker when he got pole in Tier 2. So he'll start just outside the points, be able to choose if he wants to go on the mediums.
Yeah, I don't think that's such a bad thing, to be honest. Starting 11th, I think that's probably better than starting 10th because you get the tire choice.
Yeah, for sure, especially someone with his pace.
I don't think there's still anybody actively running a lap. There's some guys still on track, but I think they're all done. Maybe Jimbo?
Yeah.
No.
Looks like our grid is set. So I think Tambar must have had terminal damage. I think we missed that, but I believe also Frosty had to retire, but he was lucky enough to get a time in beforehand at least.
Yeah, that was some impressive stuff from everybody there. It's unfortunate about the DNFs, but that'll happen at this track. We almost had a third with the spin from Will that put him in the gravel, but the gravel slowed him down enough to not cause any terminal damage and kept him out of the wall. Destroyer, despite his good qualifying result, he got a 5-second penalty for a collision with Rusty during qualifying. I don't believe Rusty received... Oh, he also received a penalty. So Rusty will actually start behind Tambar in 18th place. So not sure what happened there, but it is what it is, and the stewards will review it afterwards.
Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, we have Dano on pole, T Widow. Yep, T Widow and Dano on the front row. So that's big for T Widow. Looking at the driver's standings, he's sitting in second, and obviously with Terrible not racing today, he can get a big jump. Sitting right there, I think they're on the right side. Second is first starts on the left, and turn one at this track is it's kind of a free for all.
It really is.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Will ends with a really good point. P1 to P5 is only 1/10 of a second. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the standings while these guys are getting their strategy set up. Right now, Terrible and T Widow are 1-2 in the points, followed by Grack, Jimshaw, and Viert DV. So that is 2 Ferraris and then 2 Alfa Romeos. The Ferrari-powered cars are taking the lead here. Ankbank is 5th in the Renault, followed by Will Ann's, Young Ants, Haytite, KDSX, and the Yuppie to round out the top 10. In the constructors, as you might have guessed, Ferrari and Alfa Romeo are 1-2, followed by McLaren, Racing Point, Williams, Renault, Haas, Red Bull, Mercedes, and AlphaTauri bringing up the rear. So we've had a really close championship battle so far between the 2 Ferraris at the top, followed closely by the 2 Alfa Romeos. So it should be really interesting to see how that changes after today.
Yeah, for sure.
And no one is pressing extra ready up early, knock on wood.
Yeah, probably should have waited another 15 seconds to say that just to be safe.
Probably so, but
that certainly is frustrating, but looks like everyone's behaving. And looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it'll be a dry race as well.
yes, I believe they did say that, yep. So we are allowing a full 2 minutes for strategy and anything else anybody needs to take care of, which is always nice because sometimes when you're trying to compare the different strategy options, or if you were thinking, oh, I'm going to finish P10, and then next thing you know, you're bumped down to P11 right at the end, you might need to reconsider some options that you hadn't thought about before. So looks like we've started the countdown now. About 15 seconds till we start the formation lap. So as we see the predicted tire strategy, it's saying either soft hard or a 2-stopper. I wouldn't be shocked to see some of these guys go soft medium, but probably depends on if there's a safety car and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and as we saw in qualifying, lots, a lot of yellow flags, lots of spinning out, especially early on. It'll be interesting to see if we, if one of the front runners spins out and people following behind, can't avoid, might lead to a safety car and change the entire race.
Yeah, the safety car can absolutely change the race at most tracks, but especially here. This is one of the more difficult tracks, in my opinion, on the calendar. So very easy to make a mistake, and some of the walls aren't that far away if you do make one.
Yeah, and just looking at the tires, looks like 1 through 13 are all on the, or 12 are all on the softs, and then Jimbo, Frosty, Tambar, and Rusty went with the mediums. So looks like Orioles didn't take no. Yeah, Orioles wanted to go with the softs over the mediums. But yeah, pretty. It's in this track. If everything, pending a safety car, it's pretty simple one stop with the soft to mediums, mediums to soft. So
yeah, personally, anytime I'm after 11th or back, I try to go alternate strategy. But again, there's a reason why I'm in tier 2 and these guys aren't.
Yeah.
So if you got to make a prediction, who are you taking for your podium today?
All right. Well, I mean, these names in the top 5, even the top 10, I know everyone's extremely fast, so it'll come down to race pace. But I think I'm gonna stick with T Widow. I'm gonna say T Widow, Grack, and Will
In that
will
order?
make up the podium in that order.
All right, that's interesting.
But I would love to see Renault on the finish on the podium. So hopefully Renault can put in a good result.
I'm gonna go with Grack for the win, and then T Widow, and then Dano. So we'll see, but plenty to still race for here. Grack has been so quick lately; it's hard to bet against him. But
yeah,
we'll find out
Let's
here in a minute.
See how this and all the cars are lined up.
Five lights. Lights out, away we go.
Looks like
T Widow
gets
get a
off to a
great
great
jump.
start.
Wow.
Wow, so he easily passed. Oh, and we have
Mercedes off track.
Yuppie
Yuppie is off track
off
after
the
contact.
side, but he's back on. Grack into third, Will into fourth. Wow, Yuppie all the way down to eighth. That's a difficult start.
Awesome getaway from T Widow, but that's really unfortunate for Yuppie into the gravel there.
Oh, and we have a spin. It looks like is that a Williams?
Shaft. Yeah, that's Share Shaft.
Off into the gravel.
Falling all the way down the order.
Yeah, it's so tough when everyone's close together on those the high speed S's. But the leaders are beginning to settle in and pull away. And looks like Share Shaft is off track again.
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, and it looks like Rusty is off the track as well. Yeah.
I don't think he has any damage. I missed it, but
yeah, tough to tell. Let's see as he comes around this bend. I can't tell if he's got damage or not.
Another. Oh, is a Red Bull off track?
Oh, it's Orioles. Orioles is off.
Orioles. Oh, and looks like he hit a wall, but I can't see any damage.
I don't see damage on him either.
And that's disappointing for him, I'm sure.
Absolutely, because he's quick enough to get a top 10 here with these guys.
Definitely.
Looks like we have a scoreboard glitch now. It's saying T Widow's down in 8th, but that is not the case. He's still leading this race.
Yeah, let Codemasters figure itself out for for a second. I know this happens every single race we have.
Pretty much, yep. Usually in the first couple laps, and then it works itself out. So Stevie the TV must have had damage because he actually ended up pitting.
Oh yeah, I guess I can't tell if he's actually last, but
he is definitely last because he did come into pit.
Oh, I gotcha.
There we go. Leaderboard correcting itself finally.
There we go.
So
and yeah, wow.
T Widow already out to a 2-second lead.
And I am not sure what happened with Dano, but he's all the way back into 10th. And he has mega damage on his he's missing his entire left wing, so he must have gotten in a collision, and I'm sure he's heading into the pits. That's definitely frustrating for him.
Will Ann's looking to make a move on Veer TV through the chicane. Locks up on the front right.
Yeah.
T Widow taking fastest lap again.
You see T Widow already built out a 2-second lead, so with that clean air and his pace, he don't want to say cruising, but he's in definitely fantastic shape.
Yeah, he's going to be able to manage the tires and manage his fuel consumption, not waste any of his ERS if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, but then for the 3, 4, and 5 spots, we have a pretty close train. Even, I guess, wow, all the way down to 8th. Everyone is going through the S's pretty close together within a few hundredths, few tenths.
So it looks like all of the top 4 are now out of DRS range of each other. But yeah, as you said, beyond that, it's all pretty close. T. Darson with a very late braking there. Came right up to the gearbox of Will Ann's.
No kidding. And Will, I'm sure, is pushing to try and get into before the DRS detection zone, try and get within a second so he can get that extra boost, because everyone behind him will have DRS.
Absolutely. And Yuppie seems like he's recovered from his early off. He's sticking right with T. Darson and Will Ans here.
And
So
looks like another one of the Red Bulls, spun out in Sector 2. And looks like Will got within a second, so he will have everyone 4 through 8 will have the benefit of DRS, and 4 through 9, I guess.
see if Yuppie makes a move.
Ooh, and he
makes contact.
T. Darson, and
does he have damage?
And Monkey Pill's looking to pounce after that, but it's so tricky overtaking on the S's.
Yeah, it's nearly impossible. Alibaba got by Destroyer there. Doesn't look like Yuppie has damage though, which is good. Will Ann's doing a bit of lawn mowing there.
I like that saying. Haven't heard that one in racing. I like that.
It's a nicer way of saying it, huh?
Yeah, it's a nice euphemism.
T. Darson's still right in the gearbox of Will Ann's.
Yeah, no kidding. Looks like these are the closest cars on track. T. Darson gets a great exit.
He did. And Will is not going to get DRS, I don't believe, from the car in front of him.
Looks like he just is creeping into that second. Oh, yeah.
Wow, he must have had a really good run there compared to Veert. Lock up again from Will Ann's.
So the scary DRS train continues.
It does. Yeah, if you fall out of it at this point, you risk falling out of these fights.
Yeah. Oh, and looks like Tambar and Sheriff Shaft are having a great battle in the back, with Rusty as well. And Tambar kind of misses breaking point. Sheriff Shaft capitalizes. He's right on Rusty's gearbox as well.
Ooh, he went for a move there. Ooh, Tambar. Oof. Tambar, his front left made contact with Sheriff Shaft's right rear, but a slight slide that didn't end up costing anybody. Frosty's gone off.
Yeah. I always say thank goodness for ghosting, because they went right through that car.
Yeah, that could have been bad. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have ghosting on in this case, because having it off doesn't really add to the quality of the racing, in my opinion.
Yeah, at no point to go for the full realism when it just ruined races, probably more so than not.
Especially with blue flags, there's always situations where if you have somebody that's getting lapped, if they take out the leader, there's going to be a big issue. For sure. Tambar is side to side with Sheriff Shaft and makes the pass on the straight. Oh, the Yuppie and T. Darson both making a move on Will Ann's. The Yuppie wisely pulls out though.
And Will is right back on T. Darson's back, and they make a little bit of contact, and
Will Ann's is around. T. Darson's around.
Oh, God.
Both in the wall.
I don't think Will picked up any damage. But
oh wow, VSC.
He missed. Yeah.
T. Darson is out of this race.
Will did pick up. Looks like he's missing one or both of his end plates. Yeah, both of his end plates. So he'll most likely be pitting at the end of this lap. But yeah, that was. I figured I knew they were getting pretty close.
Yuppie had a front row seat to watch that too.
Yeah. It's almost scarier being right behind everything, trying to dodge.
Oh, seriously. Wow. Dramatic moment there.
Yeah. Wow. So it's this, I guess they're not going to a full safety car.
No, they won't be.
Which, to T. Widow's benefit, allows him to keep his 2.5 second lead.
Yeah, that could have been pretty frustrating for him for sure. But Now we are back under green flag conditions. Doesn't look like anybody picked up a penalty, a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car, so that's good. Will Ans, who's
Yeah.
now behind Alibata, is right on top of him exiting the chicane, but that dirty air, I think,
He
might
is
have,
pitting.
yeah,
Yeah.
locks up. Try to avoid a speeding penalty, which I think
So
he was able to
Tambar and
do.
Sheriff Shaft are going after it again, right behind Rusty, heading into the final chicane. These two drivers are going at it.
They have been for quite a few laps
Yeah.
now.
Oh, and Tambar gets the DRS, I guess, because he made the pass. And
Sheriff Shaft's going
they
for it
both have
anyway, though.
DRS. Yeah.
He's on the fresher, soft
And he
tires.
makes it.
Goes
But
wide there, picks
he
up the
picks up a
3-second
time penalty as well.
Yeah.
The dangers of overtaking. And Deneau retired. I missed that.
He is currently in the pits, so I believe
Yeah.
he has chosen to park the car, which unfortunately for him means he'll receive 0 points today.
Yep.
Very frustrating for him.
Definitely understand the frustrations from starting out at pole, but yeah, what are you gonna do?
Bit of a lock up there from Rusty at the hairpin. Sheriff Shafts look like he's going to try to pounce on it there.
Yeah, and all in the meantime, looks like Grack shaved down T Widow's lead a little bit to closer to now they're around a second to a second and a half, and Grack puts in the fastest lap. So
Let's check who's been harvesting their energy. So Grack is about... Okay, so they both used a lot of their energy. T Widow is down to about 15% ERS left. Grack's about 35. So Grack in a slightly better position, but they've both been really
they both will
maximizing
be,
their usage.
and Veert is he definitely he's sitting at 68. So if he can get closer, that could be a big time advantage for him come last couple of laps.
Tambar and Stevie the TV put on an excellent move on Sheriff Shaft on the exit of the chicane there to
And
get by him.
they both just passed Rusty. And Rusty, oh wow,
That was
nearly clipped
really
Tambar
close.
there. Yeah,
So this battle,
and they're going again.
they are. This is turning into a really good battle between these four. Definitely the most entertaining thing on track at the moment.
Stevie has a great view of the 3 cars ahead of them.
Yes,
ahead
he
of
does.
him.
So this battle very well could come down to the wire here between these two in the race. We're only a third of the way through, but if they keep it up like this, they'll be finishing pretty close together. Sheriff Shaft, the only driver on track right now that has received a penalty for exceeding track limits, so we'll see how that impacts the final position.
Yeah,
In a battle this close, it can certainly cost you a few spots.
definitely. And I think he thought about it, and they are close. Rusty's out of ERS, and yeah, Stevie had to back out there. And Sheriff Shaft makes a pass around Rusty, and Rusty's still going back at him.
He's going to come back, yeah. Stevie the TV trying to
Rusty
peek for a way
gets the
through.
DRS. Yeah, Stevie's gonna.
Oh, they're gonna go
be
3
the one
wide
to
here.
capitalize off this. And wow,
Rusty,
Stevie will
I
make
think,
the pass.
I think Rusty made contact with the wall there because he actually got ghosted after they both got past him.
Oh yeah, now
Frosty
he has
dies down the
Frosty.
inside.
Yeah,
Oh, and he is actually missing the right in plate on his car.
yeah, he is. You're exactly right. He must have hit the wall.
So that's really unfortunate for him. He's going to have to come in.
And coming out of that, Stevie shoots up 2 spots, easy as that.
Yeah, and he's already now out of DRS range of Sheriff Shaft. So this battle
Yeah.
just spread out pretty quickly there. Monkey Pill now only about half a second behind the Yuppie, up more towards the front.
Yeah, he's been putting in quick laps. And Monkey Pill is sitting in fantastic shape ERS wise. He's got around 70, while Yuppie's sitting around 35, 40.
And T Widow and Veert have both come into the
Pits.
pits, so 1 and 3 in the pits. Grack inherits the race lead.
And T Widow goes for the hards. So he's sacrificing short-term pace in the short term for longevity with those tires.
And Viert has actually made the opposite call. He's gone for the mediums. So
Yeah,
we'll see how that
this will be
impacts this
interesting.
race. Yeah.
Widow doing the smart thing to not waste too much effort defending Monkey Mafia because he knows that's not who he's racing.
Absolutely. And we'll see if I feel like Grack probably has to come in here to avoid being caught out by the early pit from those two.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't want to get undercut too hard here.
So it's an interesting twist right out the gate. First pit, the leaders pit for different tires. So
It looks like
we'll
Rusty.
see if. Oh yeah, now we're starting to see the time penalties materialize.
Absolutely, and in that time, Rusty had come into the pits and retired the car. Bit of a frustrating day for him, but
yeah.
Unfortunately, he left the session, which migrated the host. Hopefully, we don't have any glitches here.
Yeah. And Grack is pitting. We'll see what he goes for.
As expected, our race leader has come in to answer the pit from the cars that were in first and third previously.
So he should come out just behind Monkey Mafia and Viert, and he goes for the mediums as well.
Monkey Pill also coming in, as well as the Ferrari of Alibaba.
Oh, and Viert picks up a time penalty. That might come back to bite him. But T-Widow, he comes out just ahead of T-Widow, and yeah, that's huge.
That is huge. So the undercut did not actually pay off there. So I don't know if it was the hard tires not being up to temperature to put in a quick enough outlap, but
yeah, that step. I'm sure T-Widow's kicking himself because they were about a second and a half apart when T-Widow first hit. So that's what you do when you go for the hards. You sacrifice that short-term pace. So
yeah, and if he can stay within a second here, just stay in DRS range. Over the course of the race, as Grack's mediums start to fall off, he should be in good position to pounce. It's just whether or not he can hang on in the short term.
For sure. So hopefully they keep it close so we can have an exciting ending. So it looks as though everyone has made their initial pit besides Monkey Mafia, Orioles, and Tambar, and Jimbo. So I'm sure they'll be pitting, or at least Orioles and Monkey Mafia will be pitting within the next few laps, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and Tambar and Jimbo are on those mediums, so they've still got a bit to go, but kind of on an alternate strategy. They're playing a different game than everybody else.
Yeah, and T-Widow's gaining on Grack into turn one. Let's see if he goes for it, and he backs off.
Yeah, Grack was
probably a smart play.
Grack was sneaking out a little bit there to put on a bit of a block, so T-Widow realizes that this lap is not what's going to win or lose this race for him, so better to just pull out of there and live to fight another day.
Play it safe, stay close. And Orioles is into the pit, and he's going for the mediums.
We got a yellow flag in Sector 1. Looks like an Alpha Tauri is off.
Oh, and who is that? That's Steve.
It's Viert TV. He is in the gravel.
Yep, he spun in the S's.
That's very unfortunate for him because he was certainly a contender for a podium today.
So him and Willer will be able to resume their battle, though.
Yeah, they will. That's for sure.
Albeit a few spots lower. Still a battle nonetheless.
In the meantime, though, Grack has actually pulled out of DRS range from T-Widow.
That is huge. I'm sure T-Widow's going to try. I guess he doesn't have that much ERS to use at this time.
So it
doesn't look like he's going to get it.
A nice battle also between Tambar, Monkey Pill, and Yuppie, right behind the podium positions.
Monkey Pill, Yuppie, and Stevie will all be in DRS range, so Tambar will be on the defense. He's on old tires anyway. Yeah, it looks like Monkey Pill will make the easy pass here.
Yeah, hopefully not too much issue caused here. We don't have any incidents.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tambar was harvesting energy there to try to stay with him. So, oh, Yuppie getting pretty close to Monkey Pill there.
Monkey Pill goes a bit wide, but keeps the spot, and he's in P3.
Monkey Pill put on a really good showing for himself here so far. T2 driver, reserving here in T1, and currently in a podium position.
Yeah, I don't anticipate he'll have much trouble keeping pace with these guys. He usually laps the tier 2 guys anyway.
That's true, yeah. Whew. Tambar getting on the brakes pretty late there. Bit of a lockup in the hairpin. So he's got a front row seat for Yuppie and Monkey trailing each other here.
Yeah, and yellow flag behind. Looks like a racing point is off. That's Frosty.
He hit the wall, so I can't tell if he has wing damage or not yet, but
yeah, he is.
He definitely lit those tires up. He's going to need to take it easy for a bit to let him cool down.
Yeah, he's trying to heat him up now. I don't see any damage though, so
I don't either. So he should be all right.
Oh, he is, yeah. Or anyway, DV right on Tambar's back. Tambar, I think, will get. No, he won't get DRS. Oh, he did.
So they both have DRS here. Both harvesting their ERS.
Out of ERS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna go for a move on the inside, it looks like, and pulls out wisely, probably.
Definitely wisely.
Tambar, I don't think was gonna give him any space there.
And it's interesting. I wonder how long. I'm sure they have at least 5 or 6 more laps, or 4 or 5 more laps on these mediums, but until they're definitely losing pace to the runners right in front of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long they'll be able to go, but do need another stop. So there's a crossover point there. I'm not sure exactly what it is myself, but
yeah, I'm not sure either. I imagine though that they'll be able to go at least 9-10 laps on the softs to end the race. So probably just a handful more.
Agreed. Orioles picking up a 3-second time penalty there. So our season 1 tier 2 champion right now trying to catch the one of the top tier 2 drivers from this year here in a tier 1 race. So it's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. And as you can see, T Widow's doing a great job of keeping keeping it reasonably close to Grack on the harder tires, but gap is definitely starting to form.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't let it get out of hand, I mean, he will see a benefit towards the end of the race. I mean, 1.3 seconds is still very, very reachable.
Definitely, especially as the mediums wear a little bit quicker.
So Viert trying to make his way back up through the field, gets past Destroyer there for the 8th position.
Yeah, and Viert is on the faster tire compound than Alibaba right in front of him, so he is right on his tail.
He also
and he might be making the pass into the hairpin. Yep.
Yeah. Alibaba does not fight him at all, really, on that. Destroyer also going for the move on Alibaba.
Right behind him. Wow. Doesn't get a great exit out of the hairpin though.
And it looks like a racing point is off in Sector 1. Frosty again.
Yeah, usually those spins compound on you.
They really do.
Especially through the S's. It's tough to gain the confidence to take those, the way, fast the way they should be. Once you spin out once, so.
And when you light up those tires on a spin, a lot of times they get so hot that it's hard to get any actual grip the next time.
Yeah, speaking of which, you just got into the gravel again.
And while we were doing that on my side, we could see the Yuppie did make the move on the monkey pill and got it done.
Good on him. I'm sure this battle will continue throughout the rest of the race. Monkey pill will not. I'm sure we'll stay with him.
T Widow still keeping that the gap to Grack about a second and a half. Tambar and Stevie the TV fighting for P5, currently the closest battle on track.
Yeah, so this section they're entering into now, in my opinion, I think it's really tough to get this whole this turn and this exit right consistently. It's super tough to manage those because it's obviously not a full break. You want to keep enough speed so you can make the proper exit through the longest straight on the track, but it's not easy.
Absolutely, especially now that they're getting towards the back end of their tire life on these medium tires.
Yeah. The braking points change throughout the course of the race.
And we did see a bit of a lockup there from Tambar, which allowed Steve the TV to get a good jump out of the exit and increase his lead a little bit.
And now I'm sure Veert will be right on Tambar's back in short order.
Share Shaft and Jimbo exchanging positions there at the back for the Williams. So likely the only two drivers that still need to make a stop are Steve the TV and Tambar in 5th and 6th, both on medium tires north of 14 laps old.
For sure, yeah, and they're both right behind Monkey Pill, who seems as though he's fallen back just out of DRS range from Yuppie. But he gets a good exit onto the straight.
Yeah, still close enough he can see the Yuppie in the distance, but not going to get that DRS, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fear TV closing in on Tambar a bit now.
Yeah. The fresher tire is definitely helping. He just gets in the DRS range just before the detection zone, and he will benefit there. I wonder if Tambar goes
comes
into
the pit. Yeah, he was starting to struggle. He had locked up at the chicane like 3 times in a row, so makes sense.
And Will Ann's just got DRS and is looking to potentially make a pass on Destroyer going to turn 1. He backs off and he makes it.
Going for it.
A little bit of contact.
Little wheel to wheel, but nothing egregious, it looks like.
And I think he makes it. Yeah.
He gets it done.
Definitely close the door on Destroyer a little bit, but I think it's fair racing. And unfortunately for Destroyer, he spins and just avoids making full contact.
Hate to interrupt you, but while we were just talking about that, Grack and T Widow are now right on top of each other. I'm not sure what happened with Grack, if he had a bit of a moment, but T Widow is now right behind him.
Within half a second now.
And it looks like they're going to start to come up on lap traffic as well. That'll hopefully the Racing Point will stay out of the way of this battle. Should be seeing blue flags here in a second.
For sure. Grack may also get... no, he didn't get DRS there. Yet. He's staying in the slipstream of Frosty, though. Frosty did a good job of staying out of the way.
So this battle got close a lot quicker than we thought it was going to be. Grack losing about a second very quickly to T Widow, so must have rubbed the grass or something. Steve the TV comes in for the pits, surrenders 6th spot.
Yeah, so things just got a whole lot more interesting just inside of 10 laps to go. And 1 and 2 on the grid are within 7/10 of each other.
Yeah, this is a closer race than we've had some weeks in this tier. Some of the other weeks I've commented, it's hasn't been quite this close. So let's hope it stays like this.
And Tambar and Stevie both pit around the same time, and now Tambar's right on Stevie's back. through the S's, and looks like one of the Williams.
Share Shaft has retired his car in the pits, it looks like. Yeah. So he'll be done for the day. That's a quit for him, so no points.
Claire Williams shakes her head in frustration somewhere.
She can just feel it.
Yeah.
So 14 drivers on track now. Frosty's back in the pits and goes with the soft tires that'll take him to the end of the race, but not sure it's going to matter with the gap that he has to the 13th place car.
Orioles off into the gravel in Sector 2. So it looks like the closest battles on track are Tambar, Stevie, and T-Widow with Grack.
Willand's also not far behind Alibaba as well.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering when there's going to be there's got to be a crossover point, I'd imagine, where the hard is going to start being better than the medium. Obviously, eight laps isn't enough of that, but maybe the last lap or two of this race.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think the mediums will definitely be falling off toward the end. I remember talking with my teammate during the race yesterday who went, on the mediums for about, lap 10, so 17 laps, and said they're getting pretty close to failing on them toward the end. So the last, just in time for some late race drama.
Yeah, luckily for Grack, he's been pretty good at tire management from what I've seen. So hopefully he didn't wear any of them out when.
But you can see now he's got that ERS light blinking, and T-Widow doesn't have much more, but Grack definitely has been using a lot more ERS in the recent laps to try and keep a lead over T-Widow.
Tambar makes a move on Stevie the TV, and it looks like he's going to get that done.
Yep, heading into the chicane. The final chicane. Stevie will have DRS and is using his ERS to try and make the pass going to turn 1, and on the inside looks like he makes it.
So these two are going to keep fighting to the end, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Should be noted, though, Tambar has a time penalty, and Stevie the TV does not. So that could very well impact that final position, as Destroyer picks up a time penalty.
Yeah, Stevie, it's really tricky. Stevie has to be cognizant. I'm sure he knows, and has to make sure he, while defending, doesn't make any wild moves to go off track to pick one up himself.
Yeah, and if you're Tambar, you want to be putting as much pressure on him as you can to cause him to make a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
So T-Widow is right on the gearbox of Grack going into turn 1. Brakes a little earlier than Grack does, though.
And Will Ann's going into the final chicane on Alibaba is right behind him. Frosty puts in the fastest lap. But he will have DRS and is using ERS. It looks like it should be an easy move.
He gets that done. Nice move from Will.
He's battling back. I know he had the disappointing spin earlier in the race, but he's climbing back into the top. Now he's 6th.
Yeah, it's been a nice recovery drive from him for sure.
And if he can break the top 5 potentially if he avoids penalties and gets within 3 seconds of Veer.
Stevie the TV and Tambar pulling up now on Monkey Mafia for P9. T-Widow and Grack exiting the final chicane here. Gonna be DRS for T-Widow.
T-Widow's right on him.
Bit of a better exit from Grack though, it looks like, but that DRS is really gonna help T-Widow here. See if he'll go for a move now or just keep waiting.
Yeah, he didn't use any ERS there, so I think he's not going to force a move, which is probably a smart move.
Absolutely, just keep him within striking distance till the last 2 laps or so.
Yeah. T Widow just wants to put on a show. He doesn't want the viewers to turn the TV off just yet.
It's really good for our ratings, so thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
But Grack's done a good job of not only defending but harvesting and conserving ERS to replenish a lot of that. It'll be extremely useful toward the end because we have 4 laps remaining. And Stevie TV just pulled off the pass into turn 1 over Monkey.
Well done to him. Monkey also reserving for us today, so we appreciate him being here and helping out.
For sure.
See who gets a better exit between the 2 leaders here on the chicane. Looks like T Widow got a pretty good exit actually on this one, better than last time. So we'll see if he actually goes for a move this time. Not using his ERS though.
He's not using ERS though.
Looks like Grack is.
Yeah, now he's blinking. Again, that's very wise on T Widow's part.
Yeah, because he's got about double the ERS that Grack does right now.
Yeah.
So we're coming down to the wire here, and we still have a very good battle, which is really nice to see. 2 Ferrari-powered cars up front.
Yeah, you love throwing in the Ferrari powered there.
I did enjoy that. Just had to make note of it. Frosty picking up a time penalty. Hey, got to represent my boys there.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, T Widow gets a good exit there. He's already gaining on Grack. Still not using any ERS, but he's pulling up within 3/10.
Yeah, he'll just want to be as close as humanly possible exiting the chicane, so he can make a move.
Right, and he locks up a little bit, but looks to be in decent shape.
Yeah, it's all about the exit there.
Yeah, now he used a bit of ERS at the beginning of that.
Willian's picking up a time penalty. Still no overtake usage from T Widow. Grack using his. Grack down to 8. T Widow closer to 30. So I wonder if we're starting to see a bit of fall off from Grack because he's using his ERS all throughout the S's here. Still blinking.
Keep in mind that the tire performance, I'm sure we're probably getting closer to that crossover point where his lap times will be suffering.
Yeah, I'd imagine we are. He's really using all the curb there. Monkey Mafia picking up a time penalty.
Yeah, speaking of driving on the edge, these two are really pulling everything out of their hat to maintain these tenths.
Well, and with Terrible not here, T Widow knows every point that he can pick up brings him, a little closer to the championship.
Yeah. See if he uses any more ERS here because he's coming right up behind him. Could potentially make the move on this straight. Oh, it looks like they make a little bit of contact.
Really close,
and you might have lost time there. And that is disappointing. But now he's using his ERS a little bit more. And Grack is using every last ounce of his.
So 2 laps to go. They're still going at it.
Yeah, Shep, I am on the edge of my seat here. They're really pushing it.
Yeah, this is awesome stuff to watch. Two of the best drivers in our league really going at it, right on the edge, getting the maximum out of these cars.
Yeah, and I wish I'd been paying attention to this, but it's impossible to know how many warnings each has gotten. And toward the end of the race, as the tires start to come off, higher chance of potentially picking up a time penalty.
Yeah, and
So
it's very possible. I don't know how much either of them has. It doesn't tell us unless we go to race director. So I'm not
it's a
gonna.
delicate balance.
Absolutely, yeah. And
I can check really quickly.
as we said, that monkey pill picked up one as well.
So it looks like Grack only has one warning. I don't see any for T Widow.
Well, good. Let's hope it doesn't come down to that because we want to see this race won on the track.
On the track, agreed.
T Widow with a better exit than Grack there. He's going to get the
And
DRS. Now he's using the
now
overtake.
he's using it.
Both drivers using the overtake.
Oh, he defends.
That was
and
yikes.
now that's extremely disappointing for T Widow. I think he still should. Let's see how far. Yep, he's coming down the straight now. You hate to see him lose more than that one position, but
Yeah, and he lost his front wing, so I have a feeling he is going to lose more than the one.
yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
Now he will unfortunately be limping to the finish line.
He finally made the move, and stewards will review that block. I don't. In the moment, watching it and only seeing it once, it's hard to say if that was unsportsmanlike or
Yeah.
not. So I'm not going to comment on that. But the stewards will do their job and be sure to review it. He did seem to have a good run, but it's tough to tell.
He did. Yeah, I mean he had more ERS. He had the DRS.
And he got a better jump.
Tires.
He got a better jump on that exit too. It being the last lap of the race, it was then or never. So can't blame him for going for it.
Yeah. For sure. Speak of some final lap drama. Wow. Monkey Pill is going to be right on T Widow's tail here, but he has a penalty, so T Widow should retain at least the podium. But
So Grack takes the checkered flag here. Great job from him. T Widow inherits second after the incident with T Widow and Grack. And it looks like T Widow should still be able to bring it around third to stay on the podium. Monkey Pill coming around closely behind him, but not quick enough to take the podium spot. Viert comes around and finishes fifth. Alibata comes around sixth. Seventh for Destroyer.
DV rounding up into P8.
Oh, Tambar and Willan's going side by side to the line. Wow. That was close.
Tambar will keep 9, P9.
So that was great stuff from everybody. Really enjoyed that. Really exciting down to the end. Unfortunate that there was a coming together there because I would have loved to see them go out at the full last lap, but sometimes that's how it works when you're all driving on the edge.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, fantastic race by the Tier 1 drivers, and yeah, appreciate you being in the booth here today, Shep.
Yeah,
had a great time.
Thanks for joining me. That was a lot of fun. Definitely be welcome back to commentate anytime you want. Did a great job.
Beautiful. All right.
So driver of the day, according to the game, was Tambar, so congratulations to him.
That's a lot of Ferrari-powered drivers on the podium.
Hey, you love to see it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everyone that joined us. We will be back in about 30 minutes, or I will be back in about 30 minutes for the Premier Tier race. Hope you all have a great day.